Hello class, and welcome to the end. This is Unit 6 culminating activity. So this is taking place of the exam because there is no exam in this course. So it is just Unit 6 that takes up the 30% of your overall grade. Right, the big picture idea of this culminating task is that you have to pick a social science topic. So any topic, whether we've done it already in the course and you want to revisit it and expand on it, something from the suggested list from Activity 1, or it could be your own idea. You're going to create a hypothesis that you can actually test, so you're going to design the social experiment around it and collect the data for it. You have to do some background research around the topic, and then at the very end you're going to compile the whole thing into a proper APA formatted research paper, just like a professional psychologist, sociologist, or anthropologist would do. Alright, so there is a template that's provided, just like that Stanford prison experiment one, so please follow it. All the capitalizations in there, all the page breaks are there, what needs to be in the headers are there, so please follow the template that I've given you. Some tips overall: picking the right topic is so important, something you can collect data on and do the research within the time frame that we have. We can't look at the effects of abuse over a long period of time because we only have the month of June. So try and pick something that's reasonable. Plan how you're going to collect that data so that you can speak to the mean, mode, and median and make some charts about it. Try and think about that in your mind as well when you're picking your topic. All that stuff we did in Unit 3, you're going to have to be able to do that kind of work for this culminating activity. Correct as you go, okay? So there are 3 different activities that you're going to have to submit something to the Dropbox for me, and I'm going to be able to mark and give you feedback on it. When I'm marking that, and if there's anything I have for citations that need to be corrected, or references, or I want you to change something or add something, make sure you make those corrections, because when you put it all together in that APA formatted document at the very end, I'm going to be looking for those corrections. Alright, so those first 3 submissions are worth 5% each. And then the whole thing at the very end, the APA document all together in one big package, it's probably going to be over 20 pages long by the time you're done, is worth 15%. So overall, all of those submissions together make up your total of 30% for your overall grade. So it's a big project. Alright, specifically to Activity 1, you need to plan to have a conference with me, so either over the phone or online or in person. I do come around to the schools often, or you can come into the hub and see me, but we need to have a conference and discuss what your topic's going to be about. You need to give me a small description of your topic in Activity 1, and I really do mean small. Please don't give me an essay or anything to elaborate. You'll have plenty of time to elaborate in the other activity parts of it, so just a couple sentences is great. You give me the 3 different perspectives: psych, soc, and anthro, which you should be very familiar with by now, but make sure you're putting an appropriate amount of time into it. It is worth 5%, worth more than anything else you've handed in, so make sure you're really paying attention to those points of view. Your hypothesis is of course very important because this is what you're actually going to test. So I'm actually looking for the correct wording. If there's an increase or decrease in this, then there'll be an increase or decrease in that. It has to have that proper kind of wording to it. And you're going to have to describe to me your variables. Variables are the things you're measuring. So in that hypothesis where you're saying there's an increase or decrease in that or this, the that and the this, those are your variables. Those are the things you're going to measure, and measure one against the other. Alright, so you have to be very clear about that and very specific about it within your hypothesis, so that we make sure that we're designing your social experiment so it's actually going to prove your hypothesis to be true or false. Alright, if you're unsure about the variables or what your variables are, certainly ask me and I'm happy to help. And then the last piece is telling you how you're going to collect your data, if you're going to choose interview, survey, or observe, and maybe I might be able to help you out a little bit more with that information as well. Alright, so in a nutshell, that's your beginning stages for Activity 1. Certainly when we conference, we'll go over a lot of this a lot more, so make sure that you're on the right track as you start this major unit. Email me anytime you have questions. Thanks.